Hello, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services sales executives, for our video message of the week. All right, today I'm going to use today's video message to answer a question that came to me by one of our sales executives. Mark, what do I do right now to get immediate business? Now, the reason I want to use this as our video is I have to tell you, this question affects every single sales executive in the business. So I thought it was a great question and we'll make a great video. All right, let's jump right in. Before we can answer this question of what I need to do now to get immediate business, I want to set a foundation of a thought process. Okay, let's look at some of the facts that are going on right now. One, interest rates have moved. They've moved up. Okay, doesn't have to be dramatic, but they have moved. Secondly, inventories are starting to move up. In fact, they actually have moved up. All right, so what does this tell you? Just let's take those two changes. Those two changes in themselves creates questions, creates curiosities, creates unknowns in clients' minds, both buyers and sellers, of what does this mean to me as an individual? Well, guess what? If you want to create immediate business now, we've got to have conversations with people. And to do that, I want you to be able to answer their questions, or certainly help with this idea that I'm curious about certain aspects and what do these changes do to me? So let's jump in and see how can we interact with these people most effectively and fast. One, more high impact open houses. See, this is a great way to communicate and interact with people for a couple reasons. One, very easy way to invite a neighborhood to an open house, very non-threatening. But guess what? Opportunity to be authentic and have meaningful conversations with people that you're running into when you invite them. Two, when you're at the open house, we know the people stopping by your open house are motivated in most cases, or at least very interested in buying real estate at that moment in time because they've taken their time out of their day to go preview properties. All right? So these are opportunities for you to have meaningful, authentic conversations, which absolutely will help you put deals together sooner and more effectively. Next, I want you to aggressively manage the inventory you have today. Look, I talked about this last week about repricing your inventory. Well, guess what? I'm going to drive this point home because I think it has everything to do with creating business now. With the two changes, just the two changes that I've mentioned, interest rate moves and inventories going up, do you think that could have changed the environment in the particular local area you're working in? Absolutely yes. All right? Now, before you ever have those type of conversations, really any conversations, I want you to talk turkey with stats. Don't just go in there with an opinion. Get the stats for your local area. Come to leadership so we can help you with that, so you can take those stats and have a very meaningful conversation with what's the best next step for your client. And specifically in many of these cases, because we're still seeing huge overpricing, which means the clients miss the opportunity to sell their property, not a win for them. And so we've got to get that property priced effectively, quickly, so we and you and your client can stay ahead of the market changes. And last, but certainly not least, a huge, heavy focus on lead follow-up. Lead follow-up. I know you get a lot of these leads that come in different ways and you don't think maybe all of them are that motivated or whatever the case may be is, but now with changes in interest rates and inventories going up, what a great opportunity to really clean up your lead follow-up, contact those people, have meaningful conversations, and get this, what a great opportunity to reach out with something of value when you're trying to update them on the changes in the environment, changes in the real estate market that will affect their buying or selling process. Getting business now, I think, is a fantastic question. Here are 3 tips today. We got 3 more for coming to you next week. Have a great week, everybody. Talk to you next week. Bye-bye.